The White Lotus. What a terrible series, if you ask me. Well, you don't, but there is my opinion. In fact, we can look at it in a few ways. We can and should mostly be positive, optimistic, and use some of those quotes from classics, Shakespeare, Hamlet. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. The mind is its own place. It can make heaven out of hell, or hell out of heaven. And then it's not what happens, it's what you make happens. Be a merit finder, not a fault finder, and so on. And this could be taken as just a banal series. There was an appreciated first series, and then, as often, in fact, most often happens when you try a sequel, when you try to make part two, it doesn't rise up to the first success, if there was one. And case closed. Only for some reason in my book, this is so bad that it would be worth using it as a lesson, using it in class, if you will. I mean, on the one hand, yes, it looks to me like they try to tick the boxes to make it good. Okay, so we have the exploitation of women. It's mentioned because we have this character, the friend of a sex worker, who used to be called a prostitute, but that's the politically correct name for it now. And she wants to be a singer, but she cannot in a world dominated by men. And thus she's forced into an intimacy with a fellow who is a pianist. He doesn't, or this is from another movie, someone who doesn't like, or I've read someone called pianist, but he wants to be called a piano player. So anyway, he's twice her age, sexist, abusive men, okay, in small worlds. You have the very rich, exposed satire and comedy maybe, but I find it severely lacking. So this aspiring musician has to have sex in order to be given a chance to sing, to play the piano somewhere with this, yeah. But then to punish him, there's a mix up in the pills instead of giving me Viagra, because it's so funny, it's so good this series is, maybe, surely for some, the creators wanted it to be, that he's punished and he's exposed as an impotent male chauvinist pig wanting to take advantage of this girl. And instead of Viagra, he gets something else, which sends him to the hospital. So punishing the monster, the male, in general. And they do this in a church. It used to be a church, but then, not that I'm to quote Kingsley Amis, it's not that I don't believe in him. I hate him at times. Look at what he did to me. He tied me up to these two fellows. I mean, if he is there. So you have that. Then you have those two couples, and again, exposing the male, exposing the rich. Oh, he's cheating on his wife, one of them. The other one is just going along somehow. And it's quite often not just boring, it's repellent in my view. It's intellectually offensive. How can you put this stupid thing on? And you have the background, which becomes, I mean, instead of enjoying the beauty of the scenery, which is there clearly, but mixed in all this, putting not just lame, again, stupid, ridiculous scenes inside, it eliminates, it offends. Just to mention another one, and I'll just go and so this young woman, the aspiring musician, fotolește-te mă, tâmpitule! I'll send you to the White Lotus if you act stupid. The aspiring musician who has in fact been in the previous episodes in the jacuzzi with a friend and participating in would-be orgies or threesome. Did she? Didn't she? Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a damn? That's a quote from another comedy. Young Doctors in Love. In our circle of friends, we used to quote that. Who cares? Who gives a damn? Since the war. She's looking for the pills, and she's looking for a friend, a purse, and she's near the sea. And 5 meters away, she, ma che cosa? Mamma mia, ti voglio, whatever. About the pills. What? I can't hear you. And then and the seas, I mean, it's not the middle of the ocean, the Titanic, or I don't know, a tempest, everything catastrophic, and waves 50 meters high. No, they're on the shore with a bit of the sea wetting the toes. I can't hear you. Why you can't hear? I mean, there's no, as I said, there's no hurricane. It's just, and it goes on. What? No, the pills? No, it's. I don't understand. Oh my God.